Imposter syndrome gets a lot of discussion because I think it's kind of a blanket term that we use for when we're feeling insecure, right? And the thing to know is that everybody feels insecure. Imposter syndrome, if you have it, I think the good side of that is that you care about doing a good job, right? So we wouldn't have imposter syndrome if we weren't a high achiever. We wouldn't have imposter syndrome if we didn't really care about doing a good job and performing well. And then what tends to happen is because we care about doing a good job and we care about performing well, we're doing really well, then people start treating us like we're doing well. And then they start expecting us to do things and they see how much potential we have. So they expect us to do things that are far beyond what we think that we can actually do. So really the dealing with imposter syndrome is putting a concerted effort, just as much effort as you would put into any one of your projects on building your confidence. And so how do we build confidence? Well, the interesting paradox here is part of building confidence is getting to a point where you completely accept and love and respect yourself when you screw up and get egg on your face. You have to be willing to screw up and get egg on your face and deal with those embarrassing moments and not have them be so embarrassing. So that's something you have to kind of step your way into. But the thing is that the best leaders make mistakes and they own them and they're not embarrassed about them because the way they look at the mistakes is we're going to learn. So a lot of times when I'm leading a group, I might say, this is my idea. This is how I want to start. We're going to learn from it. It's either going to work or it's not. But I even propose the things that I want to do, not necessarily with a lack of confidence, but with confidence that this will change and evolve as we learn, right? And so you make mistakes, not have such high stakes, if that makes sense. It's a process, but the thing is that most people that have imposter syndrome are really dedicated to their work. And so I would say get really dedicated to confidence building. And what getting really dedicated to confidence building is really working on your relationship with yourself and being completely comfortable with your own mistakes. And that's the inner journey that's going to give you the confidence that's going to make imposter syndrome not plague at you so much. You'll still run into situations where you feel like you're maybe a little bit in over your head, but what you'll do in those cases when you're more confident is you won't have as much trouble bringing in help. And it's saying, okay, I got this part of it and I can do this part of it. I'm not so sure about this. Let me just ask some more people about it. Let me, bring people in to enlighten me. Let me see if there's somebody else that might do this part better. If I was too worried about how I look to other people, I wouldn't be so open about bringing in help because I would think that that would make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. So that's the process that you go through. This is a great thing to work with a coach on, by the way, is imposter syndrome.